Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, and as I continue looking at the Marvel Cinematic Universe, now here's my review of The Incredible Hulk. Yeah, obviously, can't talk about this movie without talking about this version. The 2003 version, Hulk. Yeah, Nostalgia Critic talked about, he compared this to this version in his Disney December review of this movie this past year. Yeah, he basically said that this movie is considered like a really big comic book mistake, and this one was under the direction of Ang Lee, and Nostalgia Critic called this movie just too slow paced and boring. And personally, for me, I really don't see it like that. I mean, you may remember that I included this movie on my 10 movies that audiences don't like but critics do. And I said before that I actually do prefer this version. And I do. I mean, I just found this one to be I was just a lot more interested in this version. I mean, I just felt that it just felt like a lot more. I don't know, I was more intrigued in this one. I mean, I just thought the characters were kind of more interesting. I felt the story was, while it was definitely flawed, I do acknowledge that. The story definitely is flawed in this version. I did still find it a lot more interesting than this version. I mean, I just liked a lot of the characters a lot more. I preferred Eric Bana in this version than Edward Norton here. I mean, personally, in this version, I found Edward Norton to be boring, alright? I mean, I actually see this version to be the slow paced and boring one. I mean, just this one really doesn't seem to go anywhere until the last 25 minutes of the movie. I mean, I just felt like Eric Bana was just a lot more interesting to watch in this version. I mean, yeah. With that said, I mean, despite the fact that I do like this version more, I mean, there is definitely a lot of stuff you can complain about in this version. I mean, it has the constant split screens in the movie, which gets really annoying really quick. I mean, the split screens just happen in every scene in the movie. I mean, in every scene in this version, I mean, you can just see there's a bunch of split screens, and it's annoying. And people have complained about the storyline going on between Bruce and his father in this version, and it's pretty bad. I mean, is this really the was that really the best thing to do in this movie? I mean, they make it really seem like that's the main focus of this movie, and I mean, it just seems it's more like family feuding or stuff than it is really about the Hulk. Yeah, with that, there is definitely a lot of stuff you can complain about for this one, and yeah, it definitely does have its problems. I do admit that it does. But I mean, I just found it to be a lot more interesting than in this version. I would definitely say that this is definitely the weakest film of the MCU that's been released so far. I mean, oh man, I mean, it's not a horrible film or anything, but I don't really find it very interesting. I mean, Edward Norton is boring, like I said. The characters really aren't that interesting. I mean, I just really don't feel that there's anything really that interesting happening in this movie. I mean, the movie just really feels like real filler to me. Like it's just something to just bring the Hulk into the MCU, to just show that he'll be a part of the Avengers, and and that's not even really revealed until the very end of the movie. But there's nothing really that intriguing about this version to me. I mean, I mean the connection between Bruce and Betty in this version I don't really think is done very well. I mean, I actually thought they had a better connection in this version. I mean, I think Eric Bana and Jennifer Connelly have a much better connection with each other than Edward Norton and Liv Tyler do in this movie. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people probably won't like it that I really do actually prefer this version, but I just really do. I mean, I just really found this one not very interesting at all. I just felt like it was just really just it was just a lot of filler, and yeah, I mean, just yeah, because in this version, I mean, it actually starts off actually making you actually think that this really is a sequel to this version. Yeah, because yeah, I mean, the movie just opens with the opening credit scene, and during the whole thing, it's showing like kind of backstory of actually what happened in this version. I mean, like Natasha critics said, I mean, it shows Bruce discovering the formula, and yeah, like just experimenting with it, and yeah, it transforms him into a monster, and yeah, he goes up like endangers Betty, and yeah, and he eventually just is discovered to be dangerous, and he just goes off to extinction. Well, not really extinction, but yeah, he goes into isolation. And so, yeah, this film kind of does sort of make it seem like it is a sequel, but yeah, it's technically not. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I originally did think that this was a sequel. It was only until I went to actually go see this movie in the theaters that I realized that it really wasn't, and it really was acting as a reboot. So yeah, and yeah, just yeah, and it just felt really inconsistent to me. To be honest, I mean, they actually make it seem like it is a sequel, and yeah, and since it's not, and it is really a reboot, it's like they're just skipping the whole origin story thing, and you're just like going right for the throat, and yeah, they're just really just cutting to the chase of what really is going on with him, and after he really does become the Hulk. So yeah, so yeah, it is kind of an interesting twist on it. I mean, yeah, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, Josh, I mean, like I said, there's nothing really that in this movie that really makes it awful, but I just find it to be really a huge bore to me, to be honest. I mean, it just seems like a total filler. I mean, there's not really that much that happens in it, to be honest. I mean, yeah, just like Bruce is in isolation and wanting to find a cure for the stuff, and then yeah, he goes back to his hometown, and yeah, reunites with Betty, and yeah, they're working to find a cure, and then yeah, there's the other guy here that also wants to become a monster like Bruce, and yeah, he does, and yeah, it just leads up to a battle between the two of them. So yeah, I don't know. It just seems like real filler to me, and yeah, it just really doesn't do a lot to really get me into it, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I just find it to be really a huge bore. Not really awful, just not that great, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, I'd say this is definitely the worst film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. I would probably give this about 2.5 stars out of 4. Yeah, yeah. This was the only MCU movie before Disney bought Marvel that was actually produced by Universal. Yeah, this was the only one that was from Universal. All the others before the Disney purchase were actually done were from Paramount. While yeah, this was the only one from Universal. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's really like yeah. I mean, the acting in the movies it's just fine, I would say. But yeah, I really just feel like I said, Edward Norton is just boring, and yeah, yeah, Liv Tyler, she's okay in it, and yeah, the rest of the cast is okay, hey too. But yeah, just there's not really anything in the movie until like the very last, until like the fight between the Hulk and Blonsky be in the movie, and then what goes on at the very end is really what captures my interest in it. So yeah, yeah, the rest of the movie really just feels like really filler, and it's just to advance stuff with Hulk going up to the Avengers. So, yeah, but yeah, I've gone on about this for about 10 minutes, so yeah, let me just get right into it. So, yeah, like I said, movie opens with that scene with the footage of showing like what happened with Bruce, which basically happened in this movie, like I said. Yeah, yeah, and it's shown that Hulk has destroyed the lab and injured or killed everyone inside. And yeah, Bruce Banner ended up becoming a fugitive of the U.S. military. Yeah, and then yeah, General Ross wants to actually weaponize and destroy the Hulk. Yeah, and it gets to 5 years later, as Bruce is now working in Rio de Janeiro, and yeah, he's just like has a job as in a soda bottle factory or something. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, with what they're doing, I mean, it just seems like it's a totally different movie, and it's not really Hulk. Yeah, and I should also say like this stuff that they have like the days without transforming or whatever it is, days without incident. Yeah, the count that they keep having in the movie, it just seems really dumb to me. I mean, it's completely stupid, and it didn't need to be there. Yeah, I mean, yeah. With this one, how it has that annoying split screen stuff going on, this has that stupid days without incident counter thing that comes on. So, yeah, they both have like that annoying dumb thing about them. Yeah, and yeah, Bruce is continuing to search for a cure for his condition, and yeah, he's constantly collaborating through the internet with someone that's known as Mr. Blue, while Bruce is known as Mr. Green through their internet chat. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Bruce hasn't transformed for the Hulk for 5 months at this point. Yeah. And then, and at one point, Bruce accidentally cut his finger, and then a drop of blood fell into one of the soda bottles, and it eventually gets ingested by a customer that was actually played by Stan Lee. Yeah, Stan Lee makes appearances in both of these movies, as does Lou Ferrigno. Yeah, he appears in both of these movies also. Yeah. Yeah, Lou Ferrigno, he plays a security guard in both versions of this, while Stan Lee, in this one, he's just like talking to Lou Ferrigno's security guard, and in this one, he's actually the customer that ingests that blood drink of Bruce's. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, then that the customer ends up with a gamma sickness, and then yeah, General Ross is then able to track down Bruce with that bottle, and then yeah, he's then sends a SWAT team to go after Bruce. And yeah, the SWAT team is led by a British Marine, Emil Blonsky. Yeah, and yeah, the SWAT team is chasing Bruce down. And then yeah, Bruce then gets caught by a few guys, and then yeah, that and then leads to Bruce transforming into the Hulk, and then yeah, he takes out 3 guys, and then yeah, he then takes out Blonsky's team, and yeah, they also did a good job here of like keeping the Hulk like kind of hidden in the shadows at first. And yeah, you don't really like see like you don't actually see him or his face, and but then eventually then he comes out from the shadows, and then yeah, you see him and his face. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, then later on, General Ross is telling Blonsky how Bruce actually became the Hulk, and then yeah, he then convinces Blonsky to be injected with a similar serum that of what Bruce has that transforms him into the Hulk, and yeah, and then Bruce then eventually returns back to Culver University in Virginia, where he finds Betty again, but he also discovers that Betty is dating another man now who's a psychiatrist. Yeah, and then and Betty eventually finds Bruce too. Ooh, and then Bruce and Betty are like bonding with each other some more. Or yeah, and eventually Bruce is found again by General Ross and Blonsky's these forces, and then they chase him down some more, and then after they'll trap Bruce in some kind of hallway or something. Yeah, they try to gas him, but then it leads to Bruce, who's becoming the Hulk again, and then Bruce continues to go at it outside of the university with the forces. So and yeah, and then Blonsky in particular is like really trying to fight with Hulk, and then and then Blonsky ends up is trying to attack and mock Hulk, and then at one point it's Hulk supposedly killed Blonsky, and then it showed him leaving with Betty. Yeah. Then later on, after the Hulk then transformed back into Bruce, who's him and Betty are continue to go on the run, and then Bruce is able to contact Mr. Blue again, and then Mr. Blue then and tells them to meet him in New York City, and then they eventually meet with each other, and then it's revealed that Mr. Blue is a cellular biologist who's Dr. Samuel Stearns, and he informs Bruce that he has a possible antidote for Bruce's condition, and he tests out the antidote on Bruce, and it does work to an extent, but then Stearns then told Bruce that the antidote may actually reverse every individual transformation that he has. Then he also reveals that he synthesized Bruce's blood samples that were sent from Brazil in a large supply. And he has the intent of using its potential for medicine. And then after Bruce has the fear of the power of the Hulk falling into the military's hands, Bruce wants to destroy the blood supply. And then it's then revealed that Blonsky survived the battle against the Hulk and he completely healed. And he joined up with General Ross. And they attempted to take Bruce into custody for a third time. And they were able to succeed after tranquilizing Bruce or something. And then both Bruce and Betty were taken away in a helicopter, and then Blonsky ended up forcing Stern to inject him with Bruce's blood. And then Stern warned Blonsky about the combination of the super soldier formula and Bruce's blood. But Blonsky was still insistent on being injected. And then it ended up mutating and turning Blonsky into like a basically another Hulk, but this one had strength that really surpassed Bruce's Hulk. And he also ended up attacking Stern. And then a couple of drops of Bruce's blood fell into the Stern's forehead cut, and then that ended up mutating him also. But we didn't actually see what really happened with him. I guess they were kind of teasing this, that they would be bringing in Stern's mutated character back for a sequel, but a sequel for this movie never happened. So I guess it was an original plan, but it ended up being scrapped. And then it showed Blonsky's monster rampaging through Harlem, and then Bruce, Betty, and General Ross knew about what was going on, and then Bruce knew that only the Hulk could actually stop Blonsky. And Bruce ended up convincing General Ross to release him from the helicopter, and then Bruce jumped out from the helicopter. And Betty was watching the whole thing. She was worried about Bruce. She told him that he actually may not transform, but Bruce told Betty that he had to try, and then Bruce jumped in the helicopter, and then after he hit the ground, and he then became the Hulk, and then Bruce and the Hulk and Bruce, who's engaged in a battle throughout Harlem. It showed Blonsky was obviously more powerful, so he was able to throw the Hulk around multiple times. And then, yeah, Blonsky tried to go after the helicopter that Betty and General Ross were in, but yeah, yeah, and then the Hulk latched on to Blonsky as he was holding on to the helicopter, and yeah, Blonsky tried to kick the Hulk off, but yeah, then yeah, the helicopter eventually ended up crashing down, but yeah, everybody inside was okay, and then yeah, Blonsky and the Hulk continued to have the fight, and then yeah, and then at one point it seemed that Blonsky had defeated the Hulk, and yeah, he was going to kill Betty and General Ross and the pilot of the helicopter, but yeah, after he asked them any last words, Hulk then said Hulk smash, and then yeah, he then smashed the ground to cause Blonsky to fall, and then yeah, yeah, and yeah, then Hulk then and and took down Blonsky, and yeah, he beat him, and yeah, he was about to kill him, but then Betty ended up stopping him before he could kill them. He could kill him, rather, yeah. And then, and yeah, after that, then, yeah, Hulk eventually just ended up fleeing from the city, yeah. And then it cut to a month later when Bruce was in British Columbia. And yeah, then, yeah, it showed that he was able to transform or in a controlled manner, and then yeah, it showed him like his eyes turning green, yeah. And then yeah, movie ended with General Ross in a bar, and then it showed Tony Stark, who was still Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, he then walked in, and yeah, he informed Ross about a team that was being put together, and yeah, this was of course the Avengers, and yeah, this was of course just building up more to the Avengers, and yeah, just more and more build up going in for each movie. So yeah, that's how the movie ended. Yeah, like I said, 2.5 stars out of 4. Yeah, yeah. This is, I would definitely say, as I've said before, this is the weakest film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. Yeah, not really anything bad about it, but just I found this to be a pretty big bore, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, I actually do prefer this version. Yeah, I'm not sure what reaction that I'll get, like I said before, but yeah, this is just how I feel, and yeah, I do prefer this version over this one. So, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. So, yeah, that does it for my review of The Incredible Hulk. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.